Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. So here's the deal. I have done videos this past week about cheaters hiding in plain sight. Hello, Prof. Hoff Internet. Yes, I do have Wi-Fi. That has my name on it. Probably looks like the most unnecessary, egocentric thing of all time. But it's easy for my guests to know which network to ask for the password. So, it is what it is. I've done videos this week about how, despite Kabam's claims that they are catching the cheaters, their entire alliances of people who have like less than 200,000 overall rating, who are all legends, like level 12, best champion is a 3-star legend. So, the skepticism regarding their cheating detection system is, shall we say, pretty high. So let's see what Kabam's saying about this to end the month of March, as we are now in the month of April. Continuing the trend of ad hoc updates on the battle against cheaters, here's another message straight from the game team. On Monday, we met and as planned, to review data for another Incursion's ban wave. Our initial cut identified around 1,500 likely cheaters. 1,500. 1,500! After review, we found a few accounts that had potentially legitimate runs, and we had to narrow our criteria to make sure we didn't ban any innocent summoners. Now, to be clear, this is not the first time that they would have done that. Way back, I think it was in the Alliance War Seasons cheating detection days, Kabam actually had to give a apology compensation package to the innocent summoners who used Quake. And understandably, they're trying to just red flag anyone who would win a fight in like less than 5 hits. And of course, Quake can technically win a fight in 0 hits. And so they just thought there's no way in their algorithm and in their detection system that this was fair, but it was. It was just using Quake. So I'm sure there's a equivalent somehow of this in Battlegrounds. I can't think of it as much because you're going up against boosted, steroided up rank 4 and rank 5 6-stars. But who knows? In the end, over 1,000 modders were permanently banned Wednesday evening. Kabam brought the hammer down this week. The best part I can say about this is the word permanently. Okay, none of this 7-day ban stuff. They would never tell you that it was 7 days. They'd say we ban them, and it would sound really good. Until I would hear from people saying, Prof, I'm ticked. My alliance has a modder we recruited, didn't know they were a modder, and they told us, don't worry, I'm only banned for 7 days. And so they're like, Prof, what the hell's going on? I'm like, I don't know. I don't work at Kabam, but that is concerning. All right, the goal for next week is to review the remaining 500-ish accounts on this list, as we suspect most, but not all, of them are also cheaters. We also finalized a plan for those carried by cheaters. Oh, wow. But implementation will take some time because we need to remove some rewards. I wasn't even thinking about that. So you would have people pay modders, and then have the modder just mow through all the bosses until they got a Legends title. This thing runs more deep than I thought. Now, you can say that's because you're naive, and my response would be, you're absolutely right. I'm still learning. 5+ years in, I'm still learning. On the Battlegrounds front, our bans continue daily. We made significant progress toward further improvements to the system, but are waiting to implement them. We are still planning to have at least one more noteworthy improvement in place before the end of this season. Now, I will say this, because I have been shocked by the scores that are still being put up in the arena. You know, and I know, there are still people that run mods in the arena. And maybe they've stopped hiding in plain sight in the 6-star basic or 6-star featured. Maybe they now lurk in like Summoner Trials arena, but they're still there. Kabam had been committed. This was, golly, now about 2 years ago? Maybe more like a year and a half. They've been committed to doing a ban wave in which not only did they ban the arena bots, but they also lifted up everybody who was close to getting the featured champion, particularly the 5 and 6-star featured and basic champ of that week. And they did this over the course of several months, and it was one of the greatest things they ever did. I know it took a lot of time, but I'm hearing from people now who, shall we say, run competitive arena, and they are as annoyed as ever that it feels like Kabam has that number of people in the arena, but they just don't have the resources or the interest to go back and do what they did before. So I know they're concentrating on Battlegrounds mainly, and it's the most competitive mode and also the one that I think they've identified, understandably, with all the money they put into it, as the most important. So, targeting and trafficking those mods first makes sense, but I'm still going to give a little bit of a ask for the arena. So, Kabam dropped the hammer this week. We'll see, though. We'll see if there are more bans. But the permanent ban, the permanent part of that word, permanent, means the most to me. Thanks for watching.